Good morning, students. Today we are going to talk about something that might surprise you. Okay, so the news article is high amount of microplastics in Indian personal care products. So we are going to talk about tiny bits of plastic that are hiding in some of the products we use every day. And these tiny bits are called microplastics. And they can be found in personal care products like face scrubs, toothpaste, and even in some soaps. So, what are microplastics? Students, microplastics are basically small pieces of plastic. All right? And usually they have a size of 5 millimeter and a 5 millimeter के size came, which is smaller than a grain of rice. All right. So these microplastics, they are quite small, and that is why they are called as microplastics. Okay, micro, because they are under 5 millimeter in size. है ना? And we also have microbeads that have a diameter around under 5 millimeter in diameter, right? So these microplastics, it come from larger plastic objects that break down over time, while others are made to be that small, like the beads in some facial cleansers or toothpaste. You might have seen there are some uh, you know face scrub commercial or toothpaste commercial that are advertising that we have some beads to to make foam or make it foamy or make it soapy, or so that it can clean in an effective manner. So basically what they have micro beads. And in India, main microplastics have been used in personal care products for years, and these microbeads are often added to products to help scrub away dead skin, or to give a smoother texture. But here's the problem. When we wash these products off our faces or bodies, the tiny plastic beads, they go down the drain and eventually they end up in rivers, lakes, and oceans. Now, why is this a problem? Because microplastics are too small to be filtered out by most water treatment plants. So they flow into our water bodies where they can be eaten by fish and other aquatic animals. And this can be harmful to the animal because plastic is not something they should be eating, right? And when we talk about its impact on humans, when fish or other sea creatures they eat these microplastics, they don't just stay in the animal stomachs. They can also be passed up the food chain and eventually reaching us when we eat seafood. So students, even though we might not see them, these tiny plastics can still be in the food we eat, and obviously it can be harmful to our health over time. And these microplastics, they are also causing harm to environment because they contribute to the overall problem of plastic pollution. And once they are in the environment, they are almost impossible to clean up because they are so tiny, they can stay in the water or soil for hundreds of years, and it causes long term damage to ecosystems. Understood? So what we can do, but before we discuss that, there's a term mentioned in this news article, and it's quite important because UPSC has also asked a question in prelims on this term, right? So the term is greenwashing. Okay? Greenwashing. Now it's very, very important for you to know about this phrase, greenwashing. What is greenwashing? Students, sometimes you might have seen or heard about greenwashing, but you didn't realize what it was, because this is a trick that some companies use to make themselves look like they care more about the environment than they really do. All right, so it's basically Greenwashing is a trick used by the commercial companies. What they do is, when companies claim that their products or practices are environmentally friendly, even if they aren't, and they do this to attract customers who care about the environment. Like, suppose I care about the environment, so naturally I'll be uh, I'll prefer those products which have eco-friendly label on them, है ना? So imagine a company that puts a big green leaf on its packaging and says that its product is eco-friendly, but in reality the product is still harmful to the environment. That is what greenwashing is. So how do companies greenwash? They might use words like natural, green, or eco-friendly. है ना, वो बड़ा बड़ा लेबल ये अपने प्रोडक्ट्स में यूज करते हैं, इको, नेचुरल और ग्रीन, without explaining without they explaining what these words mean. For example, a product labeled as natural might only have one natural ingredients while the rest are all chemicals. And some companies, they also use green colors, images of nature, or symbols like leaves or trees, to make you think that their products are good for the environment, even if they aren't, right? And they also, you know um, make outright false claims. They might say their product is made from recycled materials, when only in reality only a tiny part of it is. Or they might say their product is biodegradable when it actually isn't, right? And sometimes what company used to do, they highlight one small eco-friendly aspect of their product to distract you from the bigger, more harmful impacts. For example, they might say their bottle is recyclable, but the product inside is full of harmful chemicals. So why is greenwashing a problem? Because greenwashing, it is misleading for consumers. It tricks people into buying products they think are helping the planet, but which is wrong, right? And this makes it harder for people who want to make good choices to actually do so. Let's say I want to buy a product which is actually good for the environment, but if the options that are available in front of me are all misleading, so this is wrong, right? And when companies greenwash, it can prevent real environmental progress. So if people believe a company is being eco-friendly when it isn't, there's less pressure on that company to actually make changes that help the environment. And if consumers start to realize they have been misled by greenwashing, uh, they can make them it can make them distrustful of all the eco-friendly claims, and even the ones that are genuine. So I'm not saying that all products are misleading, but there are some products that are available in the market, they are actually eco-friendly, but because of this trick of greenwashing, consumers, they become they become distrustful of all the eco-friendly products, right? So how to spot greenwashing? First of all, if a product says it's eco-friendly, see if the company explains exactly why it's eco-friendly. Because they have to explain on their product, the packaging of their products. And look up the company online to see if they have a history of being environmentally responsible. Are they doing other things that harm the environment? And you can also look for legitimate certification from recognized organization, or for paper products on the Energy Star label for appliances. These certifications are better indication that a product is genuinely eco-friendly. So basically, greenwashing is a technique used by some companies to make us believe they are helping the environment when they really aren't. And it's important to be aware of this so that we can make better choices and support companies that are truly committed to protecting our planet. And that is why it is quite important to be a smart shopper and doing a little research so that we can avoid falling for greenwashing and help encourage real changes, है ना? तो ये ग्रीन वॉशिंग टेक्निक बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ की जाती है कंपनीज में. So, and also, you know, you have to know, when we talk about the microplastics in general. So first step is knowing that microplastics exist in these products, in your personal care products. And that is why it is very very important for you to check the ingredient list. And if you see words like polyethylene, you know, polyethylene, ethylene, or if you see products, if you see a word like polypropylene, polypropylene, these might be microplastics. So you should opt for products that use natural exfoliants like salt. Even some examples are given at the end of this article. uh, yes. Yes. So this study has advocated for better policies to control microplastic pollution in India, and it has also suggested alternatives like coffee, apricots, walnut, kiwi seeds, and soluble cellulose beads. It could replace micro beads in these personal care products, right? And you can also do one thing. You should talk to your friends and family about microplastics. The more people who know, the better we can all make choices that protect our planet, right? All right, students, so that's it for today. Bye bye, have a happy learning.